I now call the East Lyme Zoning Commission special meeting of April 9th, 2026 to order at 7:30 p.m. If we could start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Miss Jet Harris.
Here.
Miss Kalal is not here tonight. I don't know whose nameplate we have, but could one of the alternates come sit for Miss Kalal?
The next one.
I think Mr. Liska, I think your name's up here. Miss Markovitz is not here, so could Miss Edwards come up?
Carrie, would you mind shutting that door before you come up, please? Thank you.
Mr. Peck?
Yeah.
I'm here. Miss Uhas is not here. Miss Susko should be here, but she's not. But we can work with 5, I believe. Our ex officio is not here. Mr. Mulholland. Great. And our recording secretary is going to be taking minutes from the video, so please try to speak into the microphone so she can hear everything that's said. First, we'll start with the public hearing. It's the application of the East Lyme Zoning Commission to amend the East Lyme zoning regulations by amending Section 20.25L for outdoor dining in CA and CB zones. We will open the public hearing. Mr. Mulholland, did you run the ad, public ad?
Yes.
Thank you. We have a memo from the zoning department. Would someone care to read that?
I'll read it. Memo to Zoning Commission from William Mulholland. Text Amendment Section 20.25L Restaurant Outdoor Dining in CA and CB zones. Dated March 12, 2026. The Commission is proposing to amend Section 20.25 Restaurant Outdoor Dining in CA and CB zones. It is specifically proposed to amend Section 20.25L. The section currently states, Section 20.25L, outdoor dining areas shall not be enclosed either by permanent or temporary structures, tents, or buildings. It may be established under a covered porch area, which is an integral part of the building in which a restaurant operates. It is proposed to add the following language at the end of the first sentence in item L, unless specifically requested by the applicant and approved by the Zoning Commission. The full amended text should read as follows. Section 20.25L, outdoor dining areas shall not be enclosed either by permanent or temporary structures, tents, or buildings unless specifically requested by the applicant and approved by the Zoning Commission. It may be established under a covered porch area, which is an integral part of the building in which a restaurant operates.
Thank you. Would someone like to read the CCOG memo?
East Lyme Zoning Commission, care of William Mulholland Zoning Official, Zoning Department, Town Hall, 108 Pennsylvania Avenue, Niantic, Connecticut. Proposed zoning text amendment for Section 20.25L outdoor dining in CA and CB zones. Dear Commissioners, thank you for notifying this office of the proposed zoning text amendment for Section 20.25L of the East Lyme zoning regulations concerning outdoor dining in CA and CB zones. Acting as the Commissioner's staff, our office has reviewed the proposed zoning text amendments for consistency with the policies and standards of the Connecticut Coastal Management Act, CCMA, and we find them to be consistent. Please be advised that this consistency determination was based on coastal management considerations only. It does not necessarily reflect other municipal planning and zoning considerations that may apply. These comments are made in response to the review requirement contained in Section 22A-104E of the Connecticut General Statutes, which requires the notification to be sent to the Commissioner of Energy and Environmental Protection at least 35 days prior to the commencement of the public hearing. Once notified, our office is responsible for reviewing the proposal's consistency with the policies of Section 22A-92 and the criteria of Section 22A-101B of the CCMA. Once again, DEEP would like to thank you for the opportunity to review and comment on the proposed text amendments. Should you have any questions regarding this letter, please feel free to contact me by email. Sincerely, Karen Michaels.
Okay, I just want to point out that was the memo from DEEP. Now we have a memo from CCOG.
March 23, 2026, William Mahalan, zoning official, Town of East Lyme. I am writing in response to a request for an intermunicipal referral to the Town of East Lyme. The application was received on March 19th, 2026. The application was referred to this agency pursuant to Section 8-3B and the Connecticut General Statutes. The proposed amendment seeks to amend Section 20.25L of the Town of East Lyme zoning regulations regarding restaurant outdoor dining in the CA and CB zones. Specifically, the proposal would allow outdoor dining areas to be enclosed by permanent or temporary structures, tents, or buildings, provided that the applicant specifically requests the enclosure and it is approved by the Zoning Commission. Currently, the regulations prohibit such enclosures unless the dining area is located under a covered porch that is an integral part of the building in which the restaurant operates. Based on a review of the material provided, I have determined that the proposed zoning regulation amendment is not likely to have a negative intermunicipal impact. If you have any questions, please contact me. Sincerely, Taylor Lucier, Planner 1, CCOG.
And we have one memo left from our planning director.
Well, go ahead. I'll do it. April 20th, 2026, application of the East Lyme Zoning Commission to amend the East Lyme zoning regulations by amending 20.25L for outdoor dining in CA and CB zones. Chairman Thurlow, the East Lyme Planning Commission at its meeting of April 14th, 2026 unanimously found the above referenced text amendment consistent with the 2020 East Lyme Plan of Conservation and Development. If you have any further questions regarding this letter or the POCD, please do not hesitate to contact the Director of Planning, Gary Geschel. Sincerely, Brian Bombach, Chairman, Planning Commission.
Okay, I'll just remind everybody, at the time we had all 6 of us up here and voted unanimously to have this text amendment change and have a hearing. So normally in the past, outdoor dining had traditional umbrellas that really didn't allow for much variation. This allows if someone has something other than the traditional umbrella, and I think there was a restaurant on Main Street that had 4 aluminum poles and a canvas on top that didn't fit in, but this way they can bring it up when they apply for their permit, and we can vote on each one individually if they have something a little different that didn't fit in before. So that was basically the change. I don't know if you have any discussion, or do you want to go to the public now? We can, if no one has anything to say. It's pretty cut and dry. Anyone here from the public that would like to speak for the text amendment?
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the Commission, Mr. Mulholland. I'm Paul Formica, 11 South Lee Road in Niantic, and owner of the restaurant previously mentioned. I am a little confused by the wording. I appreciate the intent that you put on the record tonight that would allow for umbrellas that could be round or square, but it talks about areas not being closed. Is it the opinion of the Commission that an umbrella encloses the area, whether it's round or square?
I think before, anything that had more than one pole was considered a structure, which wasn't allowed before. So this would allow for something different than just the one pole in the umbrella.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So the public hearing for multiple restaurants, I think there's 20 or so restaurants are going to be here on Thursday for the renewal of the special permit for outdoor dining. Do we have to ask permission at that particular public hearing for this particular use?
It would be a good time.
Or is it going to be a blanket public hearing, say, everybody here, go ahead and we're approved?
I think if people have something different than the standard renewal, we'll vote those as a block. But if you have something different, like you want to show you're covering with the 4 poles, we vote on that separately.
Okay, and you all have pictures of that canopy that I presented at a number of buildings before. Is it necessary for us to bring a picture of that?
Yes.
Again, on,
Well, technically, I think,
and no paperwork
unless
is
there's one in the
required from
file
us?
downstairs from last time.
If I may, Madam Chair.
Yes.
The file, I don't recall what's in it, obviously, we've got so much going on. But it would behoove Mr. Formica to bring pictures and a sketch of what he wants to do and where he wants to do it. Then I would suggest you come into the office and we'll just look at what's in the packet and then we'll just add to it whatever you want to do so that when we have a meeting, we can distribute it on your behalf. And the intent is to take all the outdoor dining applications. At this point, I think there's 17 that have formally applied in one motion, but we have to read them all. And if somebody's different, then we're going to extract that out and treat it separately so that you can make your case with the commission. So if you want to swing by the office and we'll see what's in the file and we know what to bring, and that way you can be prepared to make your case with the commission. I think that's the fastest and most efficient way to do it.
Okay.
I don't, well, I can't speak for the commission, but I don't see a big problem.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I get nervous with these things, so I just want to make sure we're okay. And I'm not going to be here, I'm traveling, so I don't know. I'll make sure that one of my daughters will be here. But I thank you
Okay.
very much for the intent, because I believe it to be a good intent to get our stuff done and to move business forward on Main Street. So thank you so much.
thank you. Anyone else here tonight to speak for, against, or neutral? Okay, well, we'll move on. Does the commission have any other comments?
Nope.
Is there a motion to close the public hearing?
I make a motion, we close the public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? Okay.
Anybody taking minutes? Yeah.
Pardon?
Anybody taking minutes?
Brooke will be taking minutes from the videotape, so everyone speak very clearly into the microphone so she can do accurate minutes. So we'll move on to our regular meeting. Again, it's the application of the East Lyme Zoning Commission to amend the East Lyme zoning regulations by amending section 20.25L for outdoor dining in CA and CB zones. I think we discussed this in the meeting before. It's pretty cut and dry. Do we have discussion, or anybody have a motion?
I'll make a motion if no one has any discussion.
Yeah, I had a question, and probably because I wasn't here for the discussion. So unless specifically requested, would that be at the time of application, or could that be later in the year?
It could be
Based on
later.
how it's written, my opinion, it could be any time.
Okay,
If you're looking to amend a special permit, so I think you could reapply.
okay.
Over time.
And then it's not a lot of guidance for us to approve or deny on, but if someone came and we felt it would fit in with the area, we could say that
Yes.
seems like it wouldn't be a
What
problem.
I would recommend we do, and then you do
The-
as the board and commissioners, look at section 20. of the
Architectural,
outdoor dining regulations are existing. This is going to be added to that, so take it all in context, in a complete picture, and then make your judgment.
Perfect. Yeah.
And on a case-by-case basis, based on how it's written.
Okay.
Do we have a motion? Are you making
Yeah, I'm going to
a
make the
motion?
motion.
Do we have a second?
But no, I got to say it.
Okay.
Remember, we got to make sure we do it the right way. I make a motion that we accept the application for the East Lyme Zoning Commission. Huh?
Approve or deny, please.
Approve.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. That I make a motion that we approve the application of the East Lyme Zoning Commission to amend the East Lyme zoning regulations by amending section 20.25L for outdoor dining in CA and CB zones.
I second it.
We have a second. Any
She
discussion?
did. Sarah
Any
did.
further
I
discussion?
second it. Oh.
Yes, she did. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain? It passed 600. Thank you.
Push your microphone up to
Next, we have the application of Jamil Ahmad and Caroline Rando for coastal area management site plan review to construct a single-family dwelling at 34 Brainerd Road. If someone could read Mr. Mahalan's memo. Where is it?
Is it this one?
Carrie will read that.
Okay, good.
Memo 2, East Lyme Zoning Commission from William Mulholland, zoning official. Reason, coastal area management review, 34 Brainerd Road, Niantic, Connecticut, 06357, dated April 14th, 2026. As the Commission is aware, coastal site plan reviews are a state-mandated program authorized in Chapter 444 of the Connecticut General Statutes. This statute delegates legal authority to the Zoning Commission to adopt regulations and regulate activities not otherwise exempt occurring above the CJL or coastal jurisdiction lines as identified by the Connecticut deep within the defined coastal boundary of their respective communities to protect coastal resources and ensure compliance with the CAMS Act coastal goals and policies. The board is charged with the review of the coastal site plan and approve, modify, or deny activities proposed after evaluating the specific site and considering the potential effects, both beneficial and adverse, of the activities on coastal resources and their consistency with applicable state coastal goals and policies. In acting on a coastal site plan, the Commission must state its findings and reason for the decision. To approve, the board must find that the property activity is consistent with all applicable coastal policies and standards and whether or not any potential adverse impacts of the proposed activity on both coastal resources and future water developments are acceptable. Note that as of October 1st, 2025, the statute regulating coastal area management site plans were modified. The new law requires that all new individual single-family residential structures, if in the coastal zone, be subject to a coastal area management site plan. The statute requires a 35-day referral period to the Connecticut DEEP for review and comment. In this application, it is proposed to construct a new single-family dwelling on an existing vacant lot off of Brainerd Road. The lot is essentially flat, however, the southwesterly portion, the grade slopes down to the Patagonia River. The distance from the house location to the marsh is well over 275 feet. The tidal marsh is considered as the coastal resource. To protect the resource from any adverse impacts during the construction process, the applicant will install a silt fence downgraded from the structure to protect this resource. The fence will mitigate any impacts during construction from any erosion.
Thank you. Next, we have a memo from Deep. Does someone want to read that?
CSPR proposed construction of a single-family home at 26 Bayview Avenue. Revised letter. Okay, yeah, I'd say, okay. I just wanted to make sure, I thought there was an error, but there's not. Dear Commissioners, thank you for the opportunity to review the above-noted coastal site plan review application received by the Land and Water Resources Division on April 9th, 2026, with revised information submitted to April 17th, 2026. The applicants, Kevin and Kimberly Flanagan, are requesting approval to construct a single-family home. Revised CSPR information indicates that the proposed structure will be located wholly within an unshaded X zone. LWRD has reviewed the proposed CSPR for consistency with the goals and policies of the Connecticut Coastal Management Act, and we find that the project to be consistent with the CCMA. Please be advised that this consistency determination is based on coastal management considerations only and does not necessarily reflect other municipal planning and zoning considerations which may apply. Once notified, our office is responsible for reviewing the proposal's consistency with the policies of CCMA. Should you have any questions regarding this letter, please feel free to contact me by email. Sincerely, Karen Michaels.
Oh, thank you.
Excuse me, Madam Chair. I thought we were on the Rando application.
What?
Did you
She read the
baby?
Flanagan
You read the
application.
baby one.
I read the baby one in the packet. It says the address. See, that's why I stopped, because there is a discrepancy on
They
our
weren't
paperwork.
put in order. I noticed.
Oh my gosh. Mr. Mulholland? Okay, this is like the third or fourth time this has happened. And I would like to encourage you to kindly ask your staff to get these documents in order and proper. Thank you.
We need Deep for 34 Brainerd.
This one.
Yes. think we have it over here. Do you want to read that?
Sure. East Lyme Zoning Commission, Will and Mulholland Zoning Official, CSPR proposal construction of a single-family home. Dear Commissioners, thank you for the opportunity to review the above-noted coastal site plan review application received by the Land and Water Resource Division on March 20th, 2026. The applicants Jamal Ahmed and Carolyn Rando are requesting approval to construct a single-family home. The proposed structure would be located in a FEMA delineated unshed X zone. LWRD has received the proposed CSPR for consistency with the goals and policies of the Connecticut Coastal Management Act, and we find the project to be consistent with the CCMA. Please be advised that this consistency determination is based on coastal management considerations only and does not necessarily reflect other municipal planning and zoning considerations which may apply. Once notified, our office is responsible for reviewing the proposal's consistency with the policies of the CCMA. Should you have any questions regarding this letter, please feel free to contact me by email at Karen Michaels, Land and Water Resource Division.
All right, thank you. Mr. Price, do you want to go ahead and
Good
state your
evening,
name and
everyone.
address?
Good evening. My name is Steve Price, 55 Hope Street, Niantic, Connecticut. I'm the owner of Point Company Builders, and I brought with me my site contractor. And Donnie has done actually most of the projects on Brainerd Road in that area. He's done 34, 36, and I believe 42. 32, 34, and 42, I believe. Anyway, it's basically everything that they just said. We are almost 300 feet away from the marsh where we're going to be building. What we're going to be building, it's going to be basically totally flat. Our erosion control will be in place. There should be absolutely no issues at all. We should be able to follow all the rules and regulations without any issue. I don't foresee anything that could create a problem for us as far as erosion getting down towards the marsh. I think we should be fine.
Any questions for Mr. Price?
And I also, like I said, I have Donnie with me, and he's happy to answer any of the site work questions if you have any. He will be doing all the site work there. He'll be putting all the silt fences in and protecting the marsh.
I mean, to me, it's more of a housekeeping item. This is even new for it to be coming to zoning.
Yeah, we're in a neighborhood where there's all houses. There's houses already there. We're actually pulling our property back. If you look at our site plan, we've pulled back from existing houses that are on the properties now.
You did, you're much further back.
We have, yeah.
Mr. Mulholland, do you have anything to add on?
I think as you know, the simple housekeeping, now that the state statute has changed previously, if a house was further than 100 feet from the water or the CJ house, it would be exempt from review. The state has chosen to change that. I'm not sure the reason. I think what they're really doing is collecting data from all up and down the coast for future weather reference. But that's just my speculation. I don't have any issues with people cleaning a building or installing a silt fence. That would be put up first before anything else is done.
And you've reviewed everything in this pack.
More than
Is there anyone in the audience, general public, that has any comments for or against?
Chair, this is not a public hearing, so we-
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, it's a special meeting tonight, so everything's kind of in a different order. Do we have a motion to approve?
I would like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain?
Yeah, so I'd like to make a motion to approve the application of Kevin B. and Kimberly Flanagan for a coastal area management.
Wait a minute.
No, it's not, that's not right.
That's-
Oh!
That's what I'm saying, the papers are all messed up.
Here, it's this one.
The application of Jamal.
Ah. Thank you, good catch.
It's a mess.
We need to get the admin to maybe work a day sooner on these.
I would still like to make a motion to approve the application of Jamal Ahmed and Caroline Rando for a coastal area management site plan review to construct a single-family dwelling at 30 Fort Brainerd Road. And the reasons, the applicant is consistent with all applicable goals and conditions of the CAM Act. And number two, the applicant has taken all reasonable measures to mitigate any adverse impacts of the proposed activity on both coastal resources and future water-dependent uses.
All right, thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstain.
Thank you, everyone.
Good luck with your project. All right, now we have Bayview. Let's move on. It's the application of Kevin B. and Kimberly Flanagan for a coastal area management site plan review to construct a single-family dwelling at 26 Bayview Avenue. And we do have a memo from Mr. Mulholland somewhere in the packet. Whoever finds it first, could you please read it?
East Lyme Zoning Commission from William Mulholland, Coastal Area Management Review, 26 Bayview Avenue, Crescent Beach, Niantic, Connecticut, 06357, April 16th, 2026. As the Commission is aware, coastal site plan reviews are a state-mandated program authorized in Chapter 444 of the Connecticut General Statute. The statute delegates legal authority to the Zoning Commission to adopt regulations and regulate activities not otherwise exempt occurring above the CJL or coastal jurisdiction line as identified by the Connecticut DEEP and within the defined coastal boundary of their respective communities to protect coastal resources and ensure compliance with the CAM Act's goals and policies. The board is charged with the review of coastal site plans and may approve, modify, or deny proposed activities after evaluating the specific site and considering the potential impacts, both beneficial and adverse, of the activities on coastal resources. In acting on a coastal site plan, the Commission must state its findings and reasons for the decision to approve. The board must find that the proposed activity is consistent with all applicable coastal policies and standards, and whether or not any potential adverse impacts of the proposed activity on both coastal resources and future water developments are acceptable. I note that as of October 1st, 2025, the state statutes regulating coastal area management site plans were modified. The new law requires that all new individual single-family residential structures, if in the coastal zone, be subject to the coastal area management site plan. The statute requires a 35-day referral period to the Connecticut DEP for review and comment. And this application is proposed to construct a new single-family dwelling on an existing vacant lot off of Bayview Avenue. This site is located within the Crescent Beach Association's boundaries and is subject to their zoning authorities and jurisdiction. The town's jurisdiction is limited to the coastal site plan review. The lot slopes slightly from the street to the rear of the lot and then drops off 4 to 5 feet during the construction. Monitor grading will occur. Stormwater will be managed by on-site infiltration and will not exceed pre-development conditions. Technically, the site has a minor on-site shorelands and the coastal hazardous resources. These resources will not be adversely affected during the construction. The coastal use policies and standards in this project are limited to general development. During construction, a silt fence will be installed to mitigate any potential erosion from the property. During its review, the board should consider the characteristics of the site, including the location and condition of any on-site coastal resources. The Commission must find in an approval that the application is consistent with all applicable goals and conditions of the Act, that all reasonable measures to mitigate any adverse impacts of the proposed activity on both coastal resources and future water-dependent activities. In conclusion, the Commission will need to make findings as to whether the application is consistent with all the applicable goals and policies of the CAM Act.
Thank you. And since we already read the deep memo in the previous presentation, maybe we can skip that.
Sounds good.
There's several of them. If you want to scoot that down for
There's
a moment.
enough to share. I also consider this in as a housekeeping.
I think it's 2 pages.
Would you like to share, Mr. Beth?
Oops. our agenda said Mr. Price was speaking again, but you don't look like Mr. Price.
It has, the agenda's, yeah.
You did it pretty good. So, my name is Craig Calkins. I own
Thank
Calkins
you.
Homes. We applied to construct a home for Mr. and Mrs. Flanagan, who are here tonight. Again, from what Bill said, this is pretty much a housekeeping issue. We are outside of the flood zone X. We're going to do silt fences as shown on plan, and it should have very minimum impact on the coastal area management issues.
Do we have any questions?
And if you look at the report, you'll see the narrative, et cetera, pretty much covers everything, including stormwater, posting the resources that are on-site or adjacent to, and we'll do our mark, as you can see, the use policies, which is general development, applicable, pretty much routine, adverse impacts not expected. We're going to use silt fence to mitigate any potential adverse impacts. They'll be installed first, and we will go from there. I think we were going to get into the ground yesterday,
Trying to.
so they will be working very quickly to get that implemented to get construction.
What were you mentioning, something about adding something to the map, an X or a,
The initial review found some issues and defects, some issues about a missing label on one of the maps.
Oh.
That was corrected.
and that would be corrected. So I think it's basically another housekeeping item.
It is.
Is there any other discussion or
Nope.
any motions?
I make a motion that we approve application of Kevin B. and Kimberly Flanagan for a coastal area management site plan review to construct a single-family dwelling at 26 Bayview Avenue. Reasons are the applicant is consistent with all applicable goals and conditions of the CAM Act. Applicant has taken all reasonable measures to mitigate any adverse impacts of the proposed activity on both coastal resources and future water-dependent uses. Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? It passed 600. Good luck with your project. Thank you. We have one more thing tonight, public delegation. I don't know if anyone here from the public wants to speak to the commission regarding land use items that weren't on the agenda. It doesn't look like anyone's here. So basically, we can
Good night.
take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion,
Wait,
meeting is
Bill.